Welcome to Movie Lover News. I'm your host, Tyron Rubin, bringing you the #1 movie news show on earth, doing the show with Alex, Movie Lover News. Me, the movie lover, you, the movie lover, all of us movie lovers, with a lot of exciting films due out. This year there's a film I'm excited about, which is being produced, written, and directed by Tom Hanks and stars Tom Hanks in the film Larry Crowne, where Tom Hanks plays Larry Crowne. It's been co-written by Nia Vardalos, and Tom Hanks plays Larry Crowne. Julia Roberts plays a character called Mercedes. Wilmer Valderrama, who was in their 70s shows as Fez in this film. Taraji Henson is in this film, who was recently seen as Sherry Parker in The Karate Kid. Bryan, Cranston, who plays the lead, Walter White in Breaking Bad, is in Larry Crowne. And Pam Grier, who can be seen in a film called The Man with the Iron Fist, due out this year, being directed by RZA, and stars Russell Crowe and Lucy Liu, is also in this film. Just a little bit about this film, Larry Crowne. It said that until he was downsized, affable, amiable Larry Crowne, played by Tom Hanks, was a superstar team leader at the big box company where he's worked since his time in the Navy. In debt with his mortgage and unclear what to do with his suddenly free days, Larry Crowne heads to his local college to start over. There he becomes part of a colourful community of outcasts, and the rest of the class are all trying to find a better future for themselves, often moving around town in a herd on scooters. In his public speaking class, Larry Crowne develops an unexpected crush on the teacher Mercedes, played by Julia Roberts, who has lost as much passion for teaching as she has for her husband. The simple guy who has every reason to think his life has stalled will come to learn an unexpected lesson. When you think everything worth having has passed you by, you just might discover your reason to live. So it looks like a heartfelt film, this. And I'm really excited that it's been co-written with Nia Vardalos. Nia Vardalos played a lead in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which she also wrote, and Tom Hanks produced. So they have a collaboration, also a couple of other film projects and television projects they've collaborated on, Nia Vardalos and Tom Hanks. And that little film, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which cost $5 million, went on to gross $365 million worldwide. So they've got a lot of magical projects that they've worked on before. So hopefully they'll bring that magic to Larry Crowne. Just a little bit of an extra info. Tom Hanks is ranked as the highest grossing box office star of all time. His films have accumulated a gross of $3.7 billion, which is an average of $107 million per film. So he has been involved in 17 films that have grossed $100 million. He's a huge producer in Hollywood, Tom Hanks. He produces most of the films that he stars in. He produces the television series Big Love, as well as last year's television series The Pacific. And he was the voice of Woody, which was one of the highest grossing films last year, Toy Story 3. He's in a film which I'm really excited about called Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, with Stephen Daldry, who's a director on that film, and was based on Jonathan Safran Foer's novel. So that's a film I'm looking forward to, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, with Tom Hanks, and also stars Sandra Bullock, John Goodman, James Gandolfini, and Viola Davis. And Tom Hanks is also due out in a film called Cloud Atlas, which looks really interesting, with Natalie Portman, James McAvoy, Halle Berry, and Ian McKellen. And Tom Hanks' co-star in this film, Larry Crowne, is beautiful megastar Julia Roberts, who was in last year's Valentine's Day and Eat, Pray, Love. Julia Roberts and Tom Hanks starred together in the great film written by Aaron Sorkin and directed by Mike Nichols in 2007 called Charlie Wilson's War. So they had great chemistry in Charlie Wilson's War, and I'm really excited to see them partner up again in this film, Larry Crowne. It's about a 7.5, close to an 8 on my personal excitement meter. It looks like it could be one of these uplifting, inspiring films. Tom Hanks is the biggest star in the world, so it's going to be great to see him lead this film. back with Julia Roberts. As I said, they co-starred in Charlie Wilson's War, and it's due out on the 1st of July this year. Larry Crowne, being produced, co-written with Nia Vardalos, and directed by Tom Hanks. So I hope you enjoyed Movie Lover News. I'm your host, Tyron Rubin, doing the show with Alex, bringing you the #1 movie news show on earth. Thanks for watching.